Fredo, or Frederick Noland, and another independent cartoonist living here in Oakland. And Fredo does a comic book called Spilkus. So,
excellent pronunciation.
Thank you. What's the word from?
It's Yiddish, and it means pins and needles, nervous energy.
Nice.
Like somebody has Spilkus, you really don't want to be around them.
And
but you do want to read the book.
Okay. All right. So how long have you been doing the comic book for?
The Spilkus started about 5 years ago as a mini comic, and it just became a standard format comic 3 years ago.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have you contribute a panel to this cartoon improv narrative. So if you want to get started, it's right over here. So. All right.
Great.
Color painting?
Yeah. And I'm planning on doing some just like washes on one of the stories in the next Spilkus to kind of change things up a little bit. Have you already set everything up for SVX this year?
Are you going to SVX?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that. Awesome.
That has become my favorite convention by far.
Oh, were you there last year?
Mm-hmm.
I
was the really drunk guy.
Were you the guy that threw up in my shoes? Oh, cool. Yeah. I think so. I'm sharing a table over with like Tim Fish and people. Are you going to have a table there, or are you just going to go and...
Yeah, I'm splitting a table with, I don't know if you know Mark Brett and Jeff the Seal.
I don't think so.
Jeff does this comic called Track Rabbit, and Mark just got the Xeric for full color.
Oh, I saw his little thing. I haven't seen it, but I saw that he had one. Very cool.
So it'll be an interesting mix, because like full color is kind of like this like crime noir thing.
Nice.
Updated, and Track Rabbit. I don't even know if I could describe Track Rabbit. That one's a really good one though.
Mm-hmm. So would it be printed as a 2-color, or?
Just like grayscale.
Yeah.
Like gray tones.
Do you letter with quill pen as well?
I letter with these felt tip pens.
Still haven't figured that one out yet. Did you feel, how long did it take you before you felt comfortable using the quill pen? Or was it pretty?
Probably about a year of using it. Yeah, quite a while.
Would it leak and stuff? Was that the problem?
It would leak. I'd break them because they just bear down too hard. I'd get a lot of sprays. Like there's a real specific touch that you have to develop to be able to do. You may be seeing that in the immediate future. Some aspect of what you told me.
Absolutely. Do you ever use
She would
technical pens
love,
at this point? Or to be your comic? And so we are inspired.
I quit altogether when I just ruined all of my technical pens by yet again not cleaning them. Anything that's very intensive as far as
a lot of your stuff really reminds me of
it just isn't a good idea. Cars, things like that.
It gets really surreal and disturbed. Family relationships at times.
Those guys are actually from the neighboring town to where I'm from.
Really?
They're from Oxnard.
Oh my, so it might be something in the water.
Could be.
Have you ever met them, or?
I've met them a couple of times, yeah.
Yeah. Like comic conventions and stuff, or?
Yeah. Actually, they used to, whenever they were in town, I think they both moved out of the state, if I'm not mistaken. But there's this guy, Ralph Holt, who owns Ralph's Comic Corner in Ventura. And I guess he was like one of the first stores in the area to carry their comic.
Oh, wow.
So they would actually pop in to visit from time to time. So I'd, stand over in the corner and just like be like, it's that guy? It's that one guy? The guy who does a comic?
Did you most of your panel borders in pen, in the quill pen, or?
I always do them in quill pen. Yeah, because all my drawings are really crooked, so I don't have any straight lines anywhere.
Yeah, so you don't use a ruler to.
No.
Yeah, neither do I.
I think this is done.
Cool. Yippee! Awesome. So you had some superhero obsessions in your past as well, yes?
Once upon a time, yes.
Have you graduated completely beyond it, or does it still sneak up every once in a while?
No, I won't even look at that side of the comic shop. It's kind of like with former alcoholics,
So you have to go cold turkey. Yeah.
It's like, oh no, I can't have a sip. I'd love to. No, it completely doesn't interest me. Like, I guess I stopped reading the mainstream stuff, the superhero stuff, about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was reading a lot of the Image crap. I had just, left X-Men behind. I'm too old for this shit.
So I'm gonna go on to
Bring on the
Dragon or
Spawn
something.
and Wildcats, But after a while, I started getting into 8-ball and stuff, and I would go out and just habitually buy these other Image comics, and I'd throw them in a stack and never read them. I just read Love and Rockets and 8-ball and Hate. Yeah. And then after a while, I'd look over, because this is when I was living at home, and I didn't ever pick anything up. But it was just a stack about that big of these superhero comics. I'm like, why am I even buying this shit anymore? So I just that was just the end of it.
How many trees must die?
Exactly. That's what makes me feel the worst, because I threw them away without recycling them.
Yeah.
They could have lived on to be a good
Paper cup.
a paper cup, or a parking ticket, something better than a Marvel comic.
Actually, about 10 years ago, managed to get myself completely out of mainstream comics. And then I noticed that a lot of the independent creators that I really liked started doing superhero stuff. There was this kind of flood of that, and it just freaked me out, you know, because I suddenly found myself buying superhero stuff again in order to follow the creators I like.
The only one that I bought was, what was that Peter Bagg Spider-Man one?
Oh, yeah.
That was tits.
Yeah.
It's incredible. I still haven't gotten Bizarro.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good.
I'd really like to.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. It's not genius. It's not, you know, it's not the genius work of any of those creators, but it is kind of fun. But you don't really read many comics in general anymore, is that?
No, like pretty much like maybe half of what I get at conventions.
Yeah.
Whenever, you know, there's a new like Evil Eye or 8-Ball, there's like a real standard set of comics that I'll still read. I still read Love and Rockets.
So there you have it. The first 3 local independent Bay Area cartoonists have finished their job. We're here in front of Comic Relief, which is one of my favorite comic book stores and probably the best comic book store in the Bay Area. It's located in downtown Berkeley. And please tune in for next episode in which we'll finish our original page of comic book art and donate it to the Cartoon Art Museum. I actually never read comics.